How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And today is the final day of week 1 of the 2022-23 NFL season. And yeah, I guess so far so good for all the teams that are 1-0. But today we're going to talk about a football game, obviously. We've talked about play action football, We've talked about John Elway's quarterback. We've talked about both Tecmo Bowl titles. That really leaves one. But this one is kind of important because it's the first game on the NES that had a full NFL license. Well, a league license, not a player association license. And it's a solid effort from Atlas, because around this time, Atlas was on the struggle bus. And we ain't gonna sit here and act like they weren't. But they were struggling. So, here goes. Today, we're gonna take a quick look at NFL. That's it. Just NFL. Now, the game starts off good enough with the whole little cutscene of a place kicker kicking the ball and it flies up, and then you see the NFL shield and press start button and some pretty good title screen music, right? And yeah, shout out to Atlas, because they did a lot better than you would have expected them to do, considering some of their other efforts on the console up to that point. But yeah, this one is as solid a football simulation as you can ask for in 1988. It features the full slate of NFL teams, and their skill sets at that point were comparable to what was happening in the league at that time. There's a full little slate of plays for the teams in the league. When you select your team, you can pick a power up to power up a particular weakness on a particular weakness, or you can amplify a particular strength. So like with the 49ers, around this time, they were a juggernaut. You can either select to amplify their passing offense, or their running game, or their defensive backfield. Any of those would have been a plus. But this game does have its faults. One, it is painfully slow. Probably the slowest football game on the NES. And that's considering that we had John Elway's quarterback and Tim Yard fight on the system. There's also the problem of the timing of its release, because this came out right around or right after the release of Tecmo Bowl. And Tecmo Bowl cast a mighty big shadow when it came to football games. For my money, the second Tecmo Bowl title, or the first one on Super Nintendo, I would still play those over a copy of Madden. But that's just me. But yeah, this game, for what it is and what it represents, is a very, very good football game. And a great leap forward in terms of that genre of video game. But again, timing is everything, and this one happened at the worst possible time for LJN. Because who could have expected, anybody who knew who was in Tecmo Bowl would have known. They would have known, especially if they played arcade Tecmo Bowl. But yeah, LJN tried, and it was a really good effort. If this would have been released about 6 months earlier, it would have been a much bigger hit. But yeah, if you want a copy of NFL, about $5-6 will do that for you. It's not a painfully expensive game, nor should it be. If you pay more than $6, you probably got scammed, baby. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve better. But yeah, this is a good effort. Again, timing is everything. The timing on this one was terrible. But I ain't got nothing to say about it. You line this up against a game that had Lawrence Taylor, Bo Jackson, and Walter Payton in it, and expected it to not get trounced, that's your fault. But this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, this journey to the center of the earth is kind of weird. It ain't got no Brendan Fraser in it. This ain't the land of the lost, so ain't no dinosaurs in it. What's really going on here?